Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Good morning, good morning,
Good
morning. How you ladies doing?
Hey.
So
I'm good. How y'all doing today?
I'm here.
You here?
And I'm good. I made it.
Yeah. How's your week been?
It's been, I had an experience, quite a few things that came up today. This past week, what I say, I guess a lot of us, we still getting it together.
Yeah,
getting it together.
It was a little rough morning.
Hey, T-Boz, we see you. Hey, girl.
But this week, I had to channel in with myself to take control of my emotions over a lot of things that occurred where I could have lost it and got upset. I had to accept it and fight through it. And really fight through it. So, yeah, that was my week. Yeah. I'm here. I made it.
Well, that's good.
Go Lions.
Hey. But that's good. That can be hard sometimes. Like you know, some stuff just be a blow to the face, and you got to be like, okay, I gotta still keep going.
You gotta breathe.
Yeah,
you gotta breathe.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay though.
Yeah.
All that stuff gonna work out.
I have a lot of faith in that.
Yeah.
It's
always
okay.
Yeah, it's always okay. Yeah, most definitely.
My week was pretty cool. Work was a lot. Had a lot of move-ins last week. Thank you guys for answering that Facebook post about my job. I really got them units gone. So a lot of people came out on Friday. It was really busy for me. I was tired. And yeah, I had a really good night last night. And
you remember about it?
You
just
remember
dancing a little bit. Have you guys ever had plans to be somewhere and didn't make it
because of intoxication? I think we all have.
I made a DA yesterday and wasn't able to get there. I woke up this morning fuck, I'm home.
Hey.
No kid, no nothing.
She was pissed.
I didn't even have no heat in my house, because the furnace went out, so I had no reason to be home. And I woke up.
That poor baby.
So
well, thank God for second chances.
Yeah,
today
is a new day.
I took some shrooms yesterday while I was out, and I was waiting on, like Mark said, the nigga to be on the back of my neck, and there was no nigga on my neck. So it was just all right, learning that it was a different experience. It was I was sitting there anticipating how I felt the last time. It's just gonna be boom, and I'm gonna feel it. But I felt so sexual yesterday. I felt like it was just a different
Somebody
energy.
gave you the horny shrooms. That's what they did.
And I was so fucking sexual, so that's why I thought. I was like, I'm gonna make it to this DA.
You're going to have a good time.
I walked into the house. I was fully clothed when I woke up this morning. Shoes on and everything. I'm so disappointed in myself for that. But other than that, I had a good week.
Good. I had a good week. My week was pretty chill. I had a few clients this week. And what did I do? I didn't even do much of anything. But guess what?
What?
It's Aquarius season.
It is.
Yes.
So my birthday coming up on
my
Thursday.
You my favorite one.
Hey, you are.
Yeah.
You are.
Watch out for the Aquariuses.
All right.
So, I had a really good week actually. I was tired a lot this week. I was really needing to just rest and not do anything.
Yes.
I had my my group, my emotional regulation group that I do for kids on Thursdays, and I was tired then. I was like, I'm just gonna check in with them today. How you doing, baby? You okay?
Right,
I was so tired. I was so tired. How was your week, Mark?
Great. Been down at the Keep Alive Village getting my classroom prepared for these students.
Okay.
And
For the babies.
just getting ready for my junior to get here, man. Getting ready for this custody case and shit. That's all that's on my mind right now.
Period. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's
You get your baby.
Y'all know it's a lot of good things out here for these kids to be a part of, and so like parents really like look out for all these resources. You know, Mark at his podcast training school or whatever workshop down at a Keep Alive Village, and you got
and
things
I do it at Job Corps as well.
and at Job Corps too.
Oh,
okay, and then you got I'm a shout out Avalon Village all the time, y'all. Like
It's no
y'all
problem.
are sleeping on Avalon Village. There are so many classes for your kids. It is literally like a village. Like it takes a village to raise a child. It's a village there. Like you can have your baby there, and everybody is there like for your baby.
So I can just drop the baby off, or I gotta stay.
Girl, it's not a daycare. Not there.
My son will be there every day.
It's activity.
Going to the village.
Now, if you gotta step away, like you gonna go get something to eat real quick or something and come back, then yeah, you won't have to worry about your baby being there. But we don't want you going the whole time.
All right. Now
It's a village. It's a village.
You are a part of the village.
You
You're
going
part
to
of
the
village.
village.
That means you sit your ass there too with us and shit. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Hold hands.
Hey, listeners. Hey, viewers. How you guys doing? How was your week? Hope
Go
things
Lions.
were productive. Yeah.
I'm so
Lions
excited.
gonna
win
win.
today.
They
I
winning
am
today?
excited. I'm not even a football dude, but I'm like, this is some shit here. They about to win the Super. And I remember how excited the city was. Y'all remember when the Pistons won last
Oh
night?
my God, yes.
It was wild in the city.
Yeah.
Like, on 7 Mile Van Dyke, I seen a woman standing on top of a police car, throwing a beer bottle at another police car. On
shit.
7, I wish Facebook Live was out back then because I would have caught
took
all
a picture.
all kind of shit. The
Oh,
city was
wow.
wild. And I'm
They're
like,
gonna be wild again. Y'all remember another thing when the city went wild? We had that widespread blackout.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
the
that
city
was
was
crazy.
lit for that too.
Yeah.
I think me and my girl at the time was in the 2 worst places that you can be during
That blackout.
Who's that?
I was at the barber shop.
Oh,
Halfway
in the middle
through
of
my
the
haircut.
cut.
And she was in jail.
No, she was.
Oh
at,
my God.
No,
That's the
she
worst
was at
place.
Cedar Point on the fucking Raptor.
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah.
it stopped.
So it went all the way out
Yes, nigga, she got pulled down with a cherry picker and wanted, come on, go to see. I'm like, no, I'm
Oh,
not. I'm not no roller coaster nigga. I would have still been up there.
You would have died just right on there, like just passed out.
At the top of the. No, fuck that.
I'm mad about my DA.
Oh,
I'm sitting here and I'm still
She
going
is.
through
Listen,
Oh my
this
God,
lady's still
girl.
going through the feelings. You know what? I got a little emotional during this season. This game season because my dad was a favorite. Like I'm like, oh, I wish she was here to see this. He had so much
going
faith
crazy.
in him. Going
I really
crazy.
think
It's been so many
there
years.
definitely should be like this is the Lions fan celebration.
Yeah.
Not the Lions. The Lions. No, I'm
Yeah.
so serious because
because they've been so diehard
oh my God,
for so many years.
have
to
y'all
be disappointed.
y'all know some diehard Lions fans?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my dad was one.
Oh my God, I
He
went
used
to
to
a
go
game.
crazy.
I went to a Lions game, and I think it was probably in the season where it was like they were just losing. And
Good
just
morning,
like the
Arlita.
disappointment, like that's there, and like oh my God, they put them through. So I really hope they do win for the fans. I really hope they do win for the fans.
And so
Come
we're
on,
going to
DJ.
Vegas.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Vegas.
I mean, and
Vegas.
even if they don't win, right? The fact that they got as far
This
as
far,
they
that's
did,
still
yeah,
something.
it's a
Yeah, that's
celebrate,
still
man.
something.
Yeah, being
It's
a
still
Lion.
a
That's
Yeah.
still something.
Yes, it's still an
Good morning, guys.
Morning,
Good morning,
morning.
Arlita.
Arlette.
Arlette.
That's my
Arlette.
mama. That's my mommy.
Hey, Mom.
What's going on, mama?
Why is he an A at the end?
I don't know why you saw
Excuse
it.
me, I got a DA on my mind.
Oh my God. All right.
God.
Speaking of
Nasty
DA,
shit.
let's get into our topic today.
please.
While we speaking about DA, so today's topic is an extension of actually last week's topic, girls who like girls, which was a really good topic.
Girls.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in for that topic for sure. Got a lot of good feedback, in that space with that. So it's an extension of we're still talking about like girls who like girls, but also my sex is
It's
sacred.
sacred. 'Cause
My
it is.
sex is sacred. My sex is sacred.
Yeah.
So just kind of tapping back into last week and that what we were talking about last week. Any additional things that we wanted to add? There were some comments that were
What
there.
was the one that we wanted to leave that you got later?
A comment that I got later was I'm paraphrasing it because I don't have it in front of me, but it's something about it's interesting that we choose to expose our children to what's normal versus what is true. And so I think that was in relation to, like, we were talking about like sexuality and how we present ourselves and things like that, and how we want to, like, what we want to expose our kids to. And I thought that was a really good comment, and not necessarily just because, against like what we were saying as far as our own opinions or beliefs, but I just thought it was interesting because it's true. We do try to, like, expose to what's normal versus what the reality is.
The thing is, like, with me, I felt like that was kind of directed.
Okay.
But it's I didn't ever say normal, right?
Okay.
I said natural. Natural is different. Normal is like a routine that you're used to doing. Like, this is a family thing. And everybody's truth is different, like I mentioned last week. So, like I said, my choice behind what I do is because it's natural. Natural is easy. It's just common. It just happens naturally. Normal is a routine or something that you or somebody behind you created, and you just follow that.
I think people's going to use that interchangeably sometimes, though.
You can.
Oh, and I think people, like, they do, like, like they equate, normal to natural a lot of times.
I mean, but it's up to them. It's their truth. Yeah. Whatever they take it as, a lot of words have different meanings.
So natural, not normal, is what you're saying?
I'm not saying. I'm saying people interchange that. So, like, what is natural? So when we think about natural, we think about, like, nature and, like, what happens, in nature naturally, right? But people can interchange normal and say normal is nature, right? Versus normal is just like what people have, like, passed down, what's just been the norm in this society, because what's normal here may not be normal somewhere else, and, like, my experience, but people interchange it with something being natural. But I wanted to, like, really focus mainly on not necessarily, like, the normal natural thing, but, like, the realistic thing, like the true thing. And so, I think that will go into, like, what we're talking about today as far as, like, our sex is sacred and, and what we perceive, our reality in regards to sexuality.
I'm just really stepping into, like, my truth, right? Okay. So how I do was, like, exposing the kids to, what's normal instead of what's truth. Like, I just realized, like, all right, I like women, right? And I was like, I don't have no problem with women. I like fucking women, right? So it was just like, all right, why did I feel the way I felt? And I felt like it's because the upbringing that I had, right? The fact that I was told that it was wrong. The fact it was like God looked down on that, And so it was just like, okay, I don't want to make these people mad. I don't want to, go against the grain. I don't want to go to hell. You want to go against what's normal. What's normal?
Yeah, for you. What was taught? Yeah.
So I didn't want to go to jail. I didn't want to, go to jail.
Hell, jail.
It's the same thing.
One gonna be hotter than the other.
A lot of stuff. It was like people or the reaction. Because again, I'm a PK kid, right? So it's like, I get people in my inbox like, your dad gonna be upset, or, you was taught better than that. They probably want to fuck, right? You was taught better than that. You was doing this, you was doing that, and you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And I was like, fuck these people, right? Because it's like, I don't care now. And in the stage that I am in life, I want to live it, right? Period. And it's just like, I think, like, it was just, everything was so negative, and I was so afraid of what somebody was going to see. Somebody see me with this person, what they going to think, and now it's just like, ooh.
You reach a point in your life where you're more interested in making yourself happy.
Yeah, baby, you finding Alicia. What you talking about?
Now it's like, ooh, and them people probably do want to fuck me, right?
Oh, gosh.
They ain't got to want to fuck you.
It's just about you.
They do.
It's about you finding Alicia. Yeah. You finding your truth, you finding yourself, and you're not letting nobody determine that.
Yeah, and then I noticed yesterday, like, okay, I was dancing, and when I dance, you can see the looks. I bring, like, the attraction, and it was just like, I looked at Shayna, and I was like, I think I be drawing the wrong energy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are attracted, people are looking, but it's like, I'm pulling too. I like the energy, and it was like,
so what's that energy that's being pulled? Like, you feel like that's still part of, like, your sexuality that's pulling, like, pulling on?
Yeah, I'm like, I think so. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, people are attracted. They, you know what I'm saying? And people are looking, and I see that, and then that turns me on too. But I hate that sometimes it's the wrong person, the wrong.
So who's responsible for that though? Like, as far as like, I feel like there's power definitely in sexuality. I think that we underestimate the power, and we only like center it in like the space of like having sex versus like that power to attract or that power to manifest or that power to, because you were talking about that last night too. You was like, oh, I feel like I was just been talking about this girl over there a minute, and she keep getting closer and closer.
You know what, that happened though.
Yes.
The thing is not just about that, it's about your energy. Like I know when I walk in a room, all eyes on me, right? And of course it might be people that be like, ugh, but 9 times out of those 10 people, they want to be around me. They want to start dancing with me. They want to talk with me. And you know, it can come off as your energy, and then how you read it. Everybody that come up to you and want to be in your face, they might not necessarily want to have sex with you. They might just want to be around your energy. They might just want to be around you. They might just like seeing you.
Here's the thing that y'all need to realize as attractive women. They may not want to, but they will. Fuck you.
Okay? Of course.
That's what they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's not.
I think, but I think too, like for me and like, you know, how I've kind of experienced like my own sexuality and sensuality is like, yeah, like there is that element there, like that people want to fuck, right? Like at the end of it.
At the end of
but
the
it's
day.
also, it's just like people want to experience as well. Like for me, like they just want to experience like that, like aura and that atmosphere, and like, you know what, because even that can feel like intimate and powerful and like, okay, not like we fucked, because that's, you know, but like but you can have that still, like that same like I don't know, feeling, kind of like, I can't even put my words to it, but like I just want to be around. I don't like, we don't even have to have sex. Like I just want to hear
satisfaction.
It's that just from being in that that aura of that person. So when did you guys, you know, realize as far as like your power and your with your sexuality or sensuality?
Ooh, okay, so listen.
Last night.
Listen, when I was younger, right, I didn't realize until I got older, but the power that I have to be at a young age and to be able to control somebody that was way much older, and to be able to have all those people wanting to be around me. Like, I'm like, why? You know, I'm young, but I'm young as far as age, but mentally I wasn't. Yeah. I was up there with them to where they was like, we were on the same level, which is wow. So as I got older, and I'm like, damn, I was with this person for 7 years, and I was this age, and she was this age, and it's like, damn, what did I have? Like, I got it.
Did you have an awareness of that, like, power in that time, though?
No, I did not. I didn't. That's why I said I didn't realize until I got older. Like, once I got older and we separated, and I sat back and was like, how? Like, how did I do that? Because I would never.
Yeah.
I don't feel like nobody, even right now, I'm being 34, nobody that's 30 and under can do anything to me or for me. Because a lot of people's mentality are different. And how I am, I wouldn't even want to go
So
venture
was that
off
person you was
and
with
try
just a
it.
pervert then?
I mean, at the end of the day, like, honestly, yes.
Yeah.
It was a pervert, and that's why I said it was crazy, because it's like, how can I have this much power over your life? Like, this girl used to go to work to give me money. It was wild.
Well, mental illness is
wild.
real. You know what I mean?
And
it does not mean that you can.
No, it is. Yeah. It is, and that's something that you have to come in. Like, a lot of, like, I praised this person for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, oh yeah, she was this, but then I got to that point to where it was like, damn, I was pretty much persuaded. I was a victim. Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was still a kid during this time, and I was like unconsciously. What was it? I started writing a book. I did start writing a book about it. Unconsciously manipulated.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the name, the title of the book. I started writing about that.
Unconsciously
specific.
manipulated.
Yeah.
I think that I was gonna ask you this question as far as like, even though like there was power, I think that, you know, a lot of young women or people, you know, young men too as well, but I can only speak for young women. But young women, like, not knowing like that power that's there. And then, you can be in a space, even though there's power there, your power can be manipulated if you don't understand, like, the gravity or weight of, like, what you have.
I didn't know. I didn't understand what I had, right? I didn't understand that I was pulling into... I had to really sit there and think, like, I keep attracting a certain person, a certain thing, a certain type. Yeah, and I was wondering and asked myself, like, why do I keep doing this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like... I noticed, like, my eyes, I can't smile or look or whatever, and I be doing it intentionally, but it be pulling. And then yesterday, I was like, I just think I seen it the first time. Like, I seen what I was thinking,
That was that
what I was
shroom.
doing, the look. And it was like everything I was feeling was like, it was manifesting right in front of me. It was just like, okay, all right. This girl kept getting closer and closer. I'm like, Shane, I like her body. I'm talking to her about the girl, and I'm like, look, you see her? Like, the shape is nice. She got a nice shape. Look up, she like standing right on the side of me. I'm like, do it seem like she getting closer and closer? I'm like, I'm just talking about this girl, and not like now we bumping shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like,
She trying to rub on you, girl.
like, what is it? And then it was like another person who like knew me, and it was just so cool. Shane was like, who, you know her? I said, yeah, but I couldn't remember. Like,
That happens all the time.
from where? Like, I said, I think she friend of a family, Keys. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it was, though. But it was like even that energy. I never even danced with her or even know her to be like in that space.
Shroom
So what
energy
was
just
going
made
on?
made her familiar to you. It just, I guess, you probably didn't even know the girl.
I knew her.
She did know her. She
yeah,
you said that was your cousin's best friend or something like that.
Like,
yeah.
But it's like we never connected. Like we never.
But last night y'all connected on a different level.
No.
Oh, you still didn't connect last night?
I mean, she danced with her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't on that level.
Nah, she went on with her.
shit. You start talking about connections and shit. I'm like,
And
what's
when,
going on? You talking about the girl? coming up to you? What,
the other girl, she was just, she came just closer to her aura. Like, it was just
okay.
like pulling, and she just came closer to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't, she didn't connect.
Hey, bring me up to date, baby. I didn't go.
I was trying to connect with my DA. My whole thought.
How did this
I think
DA
I
girl
went
go?
and laid in Shayna's lap like.
You think? You did.
It's because it's like it was time to go, right? And I knew she's like, "Don't you want to go to such and such?" I said, "Yeah, I do." Right? But we was there at my place, so and she was sitting at the door waiting on me. And I just remember telling her like, "I don't know why this feels so hard." Rick, I was crying. I said, "I don't want to go."
That's true. She act like she ain't had no effect. It wasn't an effect that she expected.
That she expected.
But baby,
if she
you
had
got
it,
You saw yourself in rare form.
I was just like, I don't want to go. Like, I just want to dance. Like,
You know what's crazy is I can picture her doing it. I can picture her.
I wish I had. I took
Oh
a
my
picture.
gosh.
I'm at the door just laying in her lap. She's like, okay. Like, it's going to be okay. Like, it's all right. I said, I don't know why this seems
got
so
this.
hard. Like,
You got this, sis. You got it.
it seemed like the hardest thing was to say to her. And it was just like, I just wasn't ready to go, right?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Well, speaking of like, because you were talking about like drawing and attracting and manifestation, you guys ever manifest when you have sex or?
I did.
Or...
I tried that my first time. I think I tried it because I want to say maybe about a year or two ago. Because, during sex, in my head, I was just like, come on. Ooh, let me concentrate on that, you know.
Yeah.
And then when I started thinking about other things, for a time, it was like I kind of got turned off.
Okay.
So it was like I'd be having sex and my brain could just go off and I just like, damn. Like now I'm not even in that mood no more.
Okay.
And so then, a few years back, I was able to do that and say these things to myself and in my brain.
While you were having sex with someone else?
About what I wanted, about certain things. And it was crazy. It was a good orgasm.
Was the partner in sync with that with you?
Yes.
Okay.
We had a conversation. That's how we ended up doing it, and then, and this person was kind of, he was open. He was open to that. And it was like, yeah, we had a conversation. He was like, well, let's try it.
That's cool.
Like, oh, okay.
That's cool.
Let's do it.
You ever? Why you face it like that?
Oh, baby said, I ain't thinking about nothing but that orgasm, that nut.
Why your face look like that? You never experienced that? Never did anything like that?
Like, what is, like, manifest? So
what
am
is
I
it?
saying? Yeah.
So there is a lot of like, I know we're joke and laugh and everything, but there is a lot of like power, in sexual energy. And so much power that's in there, like it has the ability we can use it in our manifestations. So when you orgasm, like you set intentions and you are in alignment, and when you orgasm, usually, like just in my experience, that manifestation comes to fruition. There's power.
You give birth to it.
Yeah, you give birth to it.
Just like when you have sex and intercourse, you create.
You create. It's a creation. It's a space of like There's
Try
a lot
it.
of creative energy
Try it.
in that space.
I think I am.
Yeah, and you
Today.
can do it with someone, like, you know, your partner that you're with, like being in alignment, you know, with that you guys are both in the same space to say, okay, this is our intentions, this is what we're thinking about, and we're both in alignment. And you can also do it by yourself when you masturbate.
Yeah, that's when I
that's
start
what I do
doing
it.
it.
Yeah,
That's when I really start doing
when
it
you're
after that one experience.
Yeah.
And it got deep.
What you mean it got deep?
It got deep. Literally everything I manifested came front. You know what I'm saying? It came front seat.
Yeah.
And it was a wave. And I was like, ooh. Hold on. Hold up. But it was a wave.
Yeah.
She wanted to experience
Why your
it.
face look like...
Hey, girl, do it. Experience it. That's all you can really do.
I am doing
You can
it.
try.
I think I am. Been like,
Are you setting like is there,
Intentions?
because you know that is like, you know, that buying a connection with someone just in general, even if you don't set an intention or whatever, some of those subconscious things can like come through as well. And like, you know, sometimes you ever have like sex with somebody and then like down the line you be like, why am I feeling like this? Or why do I feel like, you know, you can take on some of those energies, you know, from another person, like that you're like connected to, and like some things that you experience, you know, that you may have not experienced before, and you're like, ooh, like, you know, why do I feel this way? Because we create like these ties with people, and especially in sexual spaces, there's a tie. No matter how much you be like, that one don't count.
It counts.
Yeah, like there is some type of tie that's there. Yeah, it counts to all of that. But which is why it's important to like do like, you know, some cord cutting stuff, or, you know, and make sure that you like removing some of those things from yourself, because, you know, again, like you start to operate in ways where you ever say people, you know, been together and like people start looking alike, talking alike,
or like when it's a real love there, when one person died, the other person don't die, like dying like not long afterwards.
Yeah, it's a connection there.
For sure. I believe it's a connection. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Baby, you is over there
She is going through it today. Yeah.
That's still that strong, baby. That's what it got to be.
Yeah, she want another one.
Yes, look at her.
I had asked the question, I don't know, this week or last week, because we think about like talking about the sexual connection or whatever. And again, we focus a lot on like intercourse, you know, with that, but like that manifestation, because it's orgasm. So like, you know, you can happen without like having intercourse. But I asked the question last week about, could you be in a marriage without sex?
Ooh.
Could you have a relationship or a marriage without sex?
What the fuck is there? How did we get here without fucking?
I don't think so.
Okay. Why not?
Because with me, like I said, my love language, the way I want it is sexual, right? I want to be touched. I want my neck kissed.
So your love language is touch, not sex.
It's
sex.
It's sex.
She said you don't gotta touch me. She said don't touch me unless we have sex. Don't touch me unless we have sex.
It's sex, right? And so it's like I want to be touched. I want to be, and it's like my DA that I got now.
Oh God,
we should like do a little shot game. How many times she gonna say DA?
Yeah. Where by the way? At this point, because baby gonna be drunk before she leave out of here.
My DA that I got now is just like,
oh gosh. So we talking about in a marriage. So like
a relationship. So it was relationship or marriage.
In general.
Yeah.
My opinion is that, you know, I feel like that's another level in your relationship. It's not just about pleasure. It's about y'all connecting with each other. So regardless about, I mean, it's no sex. So how would that connection be made if it's no sex?
Yeah, what I was gonna say is starting off and getting into a relationship without it. No, but if I had been with you and something happened health wise where you couldn't do it no more, then I would be more receptive to that situation. But just getting into it and we ain't knowing, I'm gonna fuck around and find somebody else.
So you won't find somebody else if there was a health issue. Committed. It was a health issue and they couldn't do it. You won't find somebody else.
I wouldn't.
So me and somebody that already have this prior to y'all doing this.
I don't know if we could get together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you wouldn't even go for it. Okay.
I need sex.
Okay.
I need sex too.
We can be good ass friends.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
So is sex the qualifier for like marriage then? Like, is that what differentiates between like, you know, a relationship? And I'm just asking this question not because of like what you guys are saying, but just based on, you know, some other people's opinions of that. And somebody said, well, then that's a friendship. And I said, so then I was like, is that the only reason? Like, the reason why this person is not your friend, just your friend, is because y'all have sex?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that plays a major part because, I mean, at the end of the day, like, it could be a partnership. Like, I know people that are still married because of the benefits, but they're separate in the world. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's as far as their marriage. You know, when it comes to relationship, I just really don't see it possible.
But I wouldn't qualify it as a friendship, though. Like, I wouldn't even go
sex
to
with my friends.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm sorry for the pause. I don't know. Let me.
Let's delve a little bit deeper.
I have sex with my friends.
Okay,
let's delve a little bit deeper.
But like I'm saying, like because like what if those relationships that we said, like those health wise, they can't have sex, or are they just friends?
So how about this then? Can you get in a relationship or stay in a relationship or marry someone whose sex is whack?
No,
I definitely can.
Yeah,
Only reason why they just have to be open to learning.
Yeah, learning.
Because I don't need you to learn everything. I just need you to learn how to please me.
Yeah,
I don't care about all of
yeah.
that. What? Yes, come to me with bad sex so I could teach you.
I ain't
Baby, you
building
gonna
a
be a
nigga
goat
or
when
a
you
bitch.
leave me.
That's
Baby,
superficial.
you gonna be a goat when you leave me.
I'm building a nigga or a bitch. You gotta know how to.
How do
you expect them to know you if they just learn? They just met
Because while
you.
we doing it, I can't, direct.
That's what you just
That's
said.
literally what I just said.
I'm not gonna be like baby to the left or you know what I'm saying.
No, I'm not. I'm a move.
So you're not gonna
You
say
gonna
your
pay
physical
attention
That's
to
shit.
my
still
body.
directing, though. It's still teaching them, even though
You
you're not
can't suck
verbally saying
nobody
it.
and have sex with nobody the way you want to if it's not pleasing them. If you do it like you do, you don't swallow whatever.
Swallowed up.
But at some point, you're gonna pay attention to that man or that woman body language to say, "Am I doing this right? Or am I doing this wrong?"
That was
I have no problem with
worry.
asking, like, "Baby, how you want me to do it?"
Yeah.
That
Tell
was the
me,
worry
you want
mine
an
mine the
nasty?
first time I had a threesome.
I asked
and
that
shit.
too,
I'm like,
spit and
how
no
do I
spit.
please both of them and shit? Like, okay, I gotta work and shit. I gotta concentrate on getting my nut, and I gotta So that was like a dilemma. And shit.
Always
I'm like,
get there
like
first.
you want to get it, and then you get there, it's like, oh shit, like all right, nigga, what's the game plan and shit?
You're right.
So,
What are we doing from here?
So that definitely isn't if it's whack, that's a superficial reason kind of like in, especially if you have like a connection. If you connect with that person,
No, it's about you as an individual. What you know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that.
Okay, so y'all can be with somebody in a relationship and not have sex. That's what
not have sex. I never said that. I have to have sex, but if it's bad sex and you're willing to learn my body, oh yeah, we good.
So after how long of them not pleasing you do you call it quits and shit?
Oh, listen. So I'm open. I'm gonna be upfront. I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna fake an orgasm and be like, I'm gonna be like, listen, baby, come on, let's try it this way. Let's do it that.
No second
chance, bro, baby. No second chance, bro.
So my opinion on that, I feel like that there can still be a quality of marriage without sex, because again, I'm in this space again. We reduce all of these romantic relationships down to just sex, and like we say, oh, it's not even a relationship because y'all not having sex. And then, all these possibilities and variabilities of these people who have relationships, again, like health issues or whatever issues, it's still marriage. They still have a connection. But I'm in the mind frame like, okay, I can have a marriage or partnership because it's coming from mainly more of like a polyamorous kind of space with it, of like, oh, I can have this partnership in this relationship in this marriage, with this person. And one of the qualities or characteristics that may not have sex in there, but we got all of these other things, and that we're connected, and like we build our lives together, and we're intimate, and there's intimacy that's there, and maybe let's say like I get the sex part fulfilled in other spaces or whatever, but this is still a no, it's not cheating. Cheating is only when you go against the agreement of the relationship. That's cheating. Like, and in polyamorous spaces, like if you have it's space,
freedom.
Like this, it's not, like even, you're like
you
if you had an agreement, right? You had an agreement. You guys talked about that, and so like one of the truthful things, the real reality of life is that you're not going to get everything from one person. Mm-hmm. And so going into that space with that expectation, even if it's in a monogamous space, right? You're not going to get everything you need from that one person, even in the marriage.
I don't know if y'all was watching the Truth podcast a couple of weeks ago, and they had a couple on there who was, I get the words mixed up, polygamy, whatever. They sleep with other people, and
so they're open.
They spoke on how
were they married?
Yes.
Okay.
They were they married? Yes, they are married. They spoke on how they in regards to the people that they slept with outside of the marriage, they spoke on the connections that they had with the person that they don't have with the person that they're with. And it's just like, well, goddamn, like, what is the basis between y'all being together then? What is it? What is the reason why y'all together? Is it just simply because y'all both agree that y'all can sleep with other people?
Oh, y'all got this.
Oh, so they don't have any connection?
Well, the thing about it is, when I asked them what was their mutual connection, they said, well, the relationship started over board games. And the conversations that we were having, I said, so y'all you get everything else that you want out of a person from that person outside the relationship, and the only thing that brought y'all together was board games. That's y'all common denominator.
So they can't be still married. Just board games.
No, it's not for the.
When I said it like that, they said
behind that
something else is like
they in the army.
When I said that, it's like, oh, well, it was the conversations that we have over the board game. So it's just like, it's really.
Was one of them in the army?
No, I was really trying to find what common ground that they had to be with each other.
I mean, it's something there. They probably just didn't know how to articulate it in that space, because they ain't like way like, well, I'm not gonna roll that back. People stay in marriages that they have no connection. They not even friends with the people that they, in a relationship.
I don't understand that.
Like, I don't understand that either. I don't understand that either.
People
like,
definitely.
How the hell do you be with somebody? And is it all about the benefits that you get from the person? The
and that could be true, though. That could be true. Like, yeah, that can be true. I know somebody that's still married to somebody because of medical insurance.
Because it made me feel like they're hobosexuals, and they just with each other just for the sake of shelter, but they find everything else that they want in a person.
You know what I feel like that is? That could be a safety zone for them.
Yeah.
I know, regardless of whatever, I'm safe with you. Even though I like this and I like her and I like him, I know I'm safe.
Yeah.
That may be.
And that's an element too. That's an important piece
and like you said,
as well.
Benefits, like the benefits of it. Like some people, it's like cheaper to keep her.
Yeah. I know that safety thing. I had wrote something a little while ago. Something to the effect of like, in the effort. For safety, we will abandon the need for love, and in seeking love, we will abandon the need for safety. Right? So like, we can be in, as you said, like, we there because of safety, and love ain't got nothing to do with it. What's love got to do with it? Because I'm safe in this space. I know that you're going to be consistent. I know you're going to be there.
And you know what's crazy is I had a conversation last night about safety. It's like, a lot of people can get to that safe zone to where they're open, but fear is what can stop it. Fear is a battle. Yeah. It's a battle. Fear is something to fight. That just made
me think about the situation that happened a couple of weeks ago where the dude stabbed his wife, right? Mm-hmm. And she left out of an abusive relationship and got into a relationship with him. You know what I mean? Just out of the sake of kind of being desperate and wanting love. Like, she sacrificed the safety.
Mm-hmm. Safety.
Right? For
that love.
That's the first thing I thought about when you said, like, damn,
Is love enough?
Yeah. I used to do that so I can, like...
relate.
Yeah, relate to... Like, it was just like, I wanted to be loved so bad. It was like, I take and deal with.
So was that your normal?
No, not no more. Like, but
no, I'm saying at that time, that was your normal, so that's where you felt comfortable at.
You know what I'm saying? And like I told you, I have a role model of, how the guys would be treated. Like, my mom, you know what I'm saying? My biological mom, she went through it. You know what I'm saying? I watched guys put her hands on her. You know what I'm saying? And then when it came to my dad, you know what I'm saying, like, he was a role model to everybody else, a role model in the church, but me personally, he wasn't my role model, right? He wasn't the best guy for me to watch and be like, all right, I want my man to be like him. You know what I'm saying? I choose him. And so it was like the guys that I seemed like I was attracted, hurt men, you know what I'm saying? So either it was like the guy had mommy issues, or the guy was abusive mentally or physically. It was like I was attracting damaged men.
And it's probably because you were damaged yourself.
That's what I was about to say. I got a quick question.
And I was damaged.
Because I feel like we do attract what we are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people do have mama and daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have to be healed to do that. But you have to be in a process of healing. You can't go into something with all this trauma and this stuff still on your back and expect the best from somebody else. Because they got their own. So if I'm healing from all my childhood trauma and I come to you and you say, I don't care, I'm stuck in my childhood trauma, where are we going to go?
I'm expecting you to heal me.
And it's
that's
impossible.
Selfish as hell. I mean, like, you have to come into this with a certain level of
And I
put
want to
together
add
yourself.
to like that heal, like expecting you to heal me too. We also like use sex in that way too, as a salve, as a balm, as a healing, kind of thing.
As a bait.
Use sex, as a distraction.
All that.
But no, even just like the healing part of it, because like again, there's like a lot of that energy in sex, you know, and when you having sex, you do feel safe.
Feel safe.
Remember, I was telling y'all because how sex was introduced with me was not by choice, right? So I didn't enjoy sex at first. At first, it's just like I didn't like it. I didn't understand it, and I always felt like a hoe. Growing up, like every time when sex came, I felt like a hoe afterwards. Like just laying here, you gonna get yours, and it's gonna be over with because it wasn't sex back then.
No power
it wasn't
for you right there.
no, wasn't no power, and I wasn't getting off, right? Yeah. And so when I realized that, and I was like, okay, started looking at it for like, okay, I like this feeling. I like this. It's not bad. Okay, this did happen to me. You know what I'm saying? But I had to change the way I felt about sex, right? And so now I love it. Now I enjoy it. Now,
how did you shift? Was that just like a change in mind, or was that you tapping into like the trauma experience and stuff with it?
It was just the trauma, and I had to just be honest with it and was like, this happened to me, right? This happened to me. I'm okay. I can experience these feelings, and I just had to process and those feelings and those emotions. At first, it's like I was trying to not think about it, right? And I'm like, okay, I got these feelings, I got these emotions. It's wrong. I shouldn't be feeling like this. You know, this was happening to me. I didn't have a choice, you know what I'm saying, in this. And so that's why I didn't appreciate it. And I was not thinking about how it made me feel physically, like. Because
there was a lot of like narrative attached to like physical,
attached. So when I was just trying to focus on the physical, that's why I told y'all like I can fuck with no feelings. I can separate the two now. Like, all right, it's just sex. Mentally, I'm not there, right? Because I already blocked it out, and so it's like. To even, like, I'm thinking that at the time, if I meet somebody, if I'm doing this, I already know if I'm going to fuck you or if we going to be in some type of relationship. I know that off of bail. And so it's like the people I just want to fuck, that's all I'm thinking about. Like, we can have a conversation, I can get to know you, but all I want to do is fuck. It's like, it's not going to go nowhere. No, it's not. And so that's what I have to do for me because it's like, I be too open. I be too much in my feelings because my love language is physical touch.
You know, and I commend you for that. You know what I'm saying? For not leading people on and knowing exactly what it is that you want with that particular person. Yeah. You know, and being able to just say that. Like, hey, I just want sex from you. You might fall in love, but I'm telling you, I just want sex. You know, I got that gushy. What she say? Dripping, dripping, drop.
I was drop. I'm still dropping. I'll be there, DA. I'll be there.
Girl, on mic 6, goddamn.
Girl.
Oh God.
I will be there.
That's that strong.
That's strong. That's what I think it's like interesting. Like, where did you guys like, you know, just based off, you know, just stemming off what you were saying as far as like a lot of that like lack of power is like centered around our education around like sex and like what that meant. Like, so what did you learn like even growing up about sex? Like,
I wished. I would have enjoyed or found out about sex on my own, on my own time. Like, it was I wish I would have had a boyfriend or something where we were like, come on, we're gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, willingly, all I got was the kissing on the neck, the little making out, and so it was like I was anticipating, I was ready, I wanted to, you know, and I'm upset that I didn't get to like. All right, I choose you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I choose you.
Yeah,
you know?
the choice was taken.
The choice was taken away from me. And so now it's like, I choose you.
Yeah.
Come on. It's like, it's the complete opposite. And now it's like, I know what I want. I know what I like. And
I do think that's a part of the parents' responsibility, like in healthy, definitely ways of like, really educating your children about like as they get older about sex and talking about it.
It is very important,
and not necessarily just the space of don't have sex or do have sex or whatever, but like even like these emotions that may come up. What's normal, right? As like what you're like feeling, because sometimes we do like we're befuddling and like finding our way through and making mistakes and thinking that we're wrong for feeling this way or this is not right, and then we go into the space again not understanding or knowing our power.
Well, I learned I don't know if y'all remember. It was a show back in the day called Real Sex.
Oh shit.
It used to come on.
Yeah.
It used to come, and it was like softcore porn. Yeah.
My mama used to be gone, so we didn't have no curfew. We used to be up all night. You know what I'm saying? Watching anything, and I used to always just be on there. Listen, I used to be on there, and I would not. I will not forget. I remember I was watching it one day, and my brother had came in the room, and he was like, "What is this? What are you doing?" And I was just like, "It was just on the TV." Nobody sat down and had that conversation with me about sex, whether it was good, bad, what it was in general. All I saw is this big ass this man.
Remember Emmanuel? I remember all of the series.
No, I do the Playboy, the bunny, the bunny ranch. What? I used to be like, "Ooh, what's that? I want to go." Like it looks, you know.
Yeah.
But even in that moment, I was looking at men and women on that. Mm-hmm. But it was a lot of women on there. So
it was a documentary about sex. Now that
it
I
was.
look back at it.
It was.
That's how it was like a softcore. Like it was like softcore. So I learned about. So I'm a nerd. So I learned about sex. I read a book. Because I grew up in the church. So most of my education about sex in regard, well, specifically, you know, from my mom or whatever, because she, you know, just in the church. And
you read erotica books when you was little,
was that like don't have it. That was it. Like, don't have it. That's it. Like, you gonna have, if you have sex, you're going to jail. I mean, jail. Either one, right? Yeah. But so a lot of mine was just like, it was reading. And I read erotica books. I found books in my dad's room, and I read educational books. I read things about like, you know, like what it's about to understand. And all I did, like, my sexual journey was just implementing the stuff that I read in the book.
Mine's, I think, was Zane. I was big on Zane back then.
Like Zane.
Because sometimes I didn't have a tracer, so it wasn't until I was reading Zane book, and I'm like, all right, I get a tinkle down there. So, like, hold my legs together. Y'all see I keep moving in the chair because I'm crossing my legs. Going on. I'm tingling.
That's that. She said that show made me
like a puddle in my chair.
Like, I am tingling, but I was watching Zane, and then I like.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a very sexual person, and because I'm a writer, I love writing. I've wrote like little short stories, and I remember it's this Facebook group, and it was like, you know, writers and stuff, and I like post my little short story, and I've got so many inbox like, where's part 2? Where's part 2? And you know, the short story was about a woman being with 2 men, and how, you know, it unfolded. And I always do detail for detail. Yeah. So I you know, that's something I like.
Would you be in a train?
Would I be in a train?
Would you get trained?
Would I be in a train? Or would I have a threesome with 2 men? You know what?
Oh, okay. So you gotta qualify that as a train?
Because it's not. I don't see it as a train. It's a threesome.
It's a train.
I don't call it. I don't think it's a train.
Why?
Because the 2 men won't be interacting?
Right.
Yeah.
But what if you in a threesome with 2 women and a man, and the women don't interact? Is
It's
that
also a train? It's a train on the man?
Right. Is that a train?
It's a train on the man?
Penetrated. That's why it's not a train.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess
know.
words and verbal. I say it's a threesome. I don't call it a train.
I call it
I put a negative connotation on train.
Oh, train.
I feel like
that's why I wouldn't use that.
It's a negative connotation
when it
against
comes
a woman.
to me. No,
So
I wouldn't use that.
Do 2 guys?
Yeah.
At once?
Yeah.
Would you do 2 guys?
I can't. I'm open. I'm open to that. I don't think it's like something that I'm leaning towards. Like, I gotta find me.
Nah.
But I mean, if it was something that just came up and just happened or something like that, I think I would be open to it. I wouldn't be like, no, I'm not having sex. But you know, people had their little kinks. Yeah. I had a guy that wanted to watch me have sex with a man. I had a guy. I wasn't comfortable.
What's
with
that called? A cuckold?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it's called. A cuckold. Somebody's like, you know, they get turned on. That's a kink for them to watch their woman, you know, be pleased by another man.
Well, then I'm
he's a cuckold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What would I be? What's that?
Yeah. I don't know. You just be having sex with other men.
No, I'm talking about is watching. Like,
voyeur. You're a voyeur. Yeah.
I would definitely have a threesome in a way, or a voyeur, to where I would enjoy watch my man getting pleased by another woman.
Would that make him like the first level of bi if he enjoys watching a man have sex?
In order for someone to be bi, they have to have
sex with the
man.
It's like watching porn. Like, you really watch a grown ass man and a woman interact. It's like watching porn.
That's why I watch girl shit.
Me, I don't think I can do 2 guys at once. Like, cause me, I like familiar dick, right? I like the same dick, and I
Well,
like
the two of them could be familiar too,
Right?
No, I like the same.
You only
dick.
have sex
You
with
grew
one
up
person.
with both of them.
like familiar.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, in your
It's
whole
still
life,
familiar.
you only have sex with one person.
No, but
familiar
I'm
dick is
saying,
just if you say
I
you're
might
consent-
circle back, right? But it's just like familiar. Like I can't. When I'm on a dick, I'm on a dick, right? I
So you
want
can't
it.
be on two dicks.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
You want to be on it at the same time?
Right.
No, I just.
Hey, say less. I respect that.
It's not me, but
I respect
I
that.
want to be able to have just one dick and be
And
able
one
to fuck
vagina.
with women. No, I don't. I want multiple vaginas.
So you want multiple vaginas.
I just want one man.
And then in that situation, the man is not allowed to be
He
with
can
the
if he
woman?
want to, but he wouldn't want to.
You know what's crazy is because listen, she'll quick to be like, you got that twinkle in your eye for women, but women are not a necessity to me.
They're not a necessity to me.
But
just
that's
wanna
something you
fuck.
want in numerous of women. So how would you do that? You got to get to know these women, or you just fuck random bitches.
I will fuck random bitches.
She don't need she don't need familiar pussy. She
You
don't
don't
need
need
familiar dick.
familiar pussy. Hey,
No,
say
I
less.
just need
Okay.
familiar
Just be
dick.
protect.
Just
be
protect
careful.
yourself. Yes, be careful. Yeah.
No, I'm not coming here like, oh, you there, bring that here. Like,
I mean, that's random. If I
Right.
meet somebody at the club and I say, "Oh, I like you," I'm
that
gonna take you
happens.
home.
People
tonight.
that happens.
yeah,
People
like
do that.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
but like, nah, I want familiar dick, and I'm open to new pussy.
You know, I
Yeah.
can't do that. I need to know you. I need to dig in your mind before I can put my hands, lips, anything on you.
Most
I
definitely.
can't
I just need paperwork.
Paperwork.
Yeah.
That's all.
So, how many people paperwork you've received?
I'm only fucking on one person right
No,
now.
I'm talking about in general. Are you talking about right now? All you need is paperwork. Oh, okay, got you.
This point in my life.
So we got the people listening. You guys, you know, you can input, you know,
What y'all
some
think?
questions like where did you learn about sex, and you know, what do you guys think about like, you know, power and sex? We appreciate y'all for, you know, listening in and tuning in with us every Sunday.
Do you have some?
I
would you
do.
rather?
I got a segment today. It's not
Oh.
it's not would you rather. I know y'all like the would you rather.
I do.
I know.
I like them.
So the segment I have today is unpopular opinions. So, and I think that some of these unpopular opinions can be like spin-offs to like,
What
you
we
know,
would-
what we could talk about
Yeah.
and another time. So do you guys got any unpopular opinions that
I
you
wanna hear
hold?
yours.
You want to hear mine?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm opening up I asked this question this morning and I got a couple that I want to read, but I got a couple. Well, one of my unpopular opinions is that women are junkier, nastier, dirtier than men.
They are. They are. I agree.
I mean, I
Yeah. It's lab glue all over my sink right now. I get.
you know what I can say is, I mean, I would say that's an unpopular opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I don't feel that.
Okay.
Only because, I mean, I'm the only girl out of 13 and a lot of my brothers upkeep.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? Their houses is a little better than mine. And I'm
That's
like,
what they
damn.
said.
That's what we're saying.
That's what
Yeah.
she
Yeah. But also in that mode, like my house is a home. Their
Yeah.
house is stationed,
It's-
but it's not like.
Oh,
you know
it's
what I'm
sterile.
saying?
It's looking
It's
like
sterile, but it's not like a home.
It's not a
just,
home. You're right.
Hey, boxes right
You
here.
right.
You know,
you right.
it's
They got
don't
one
get me
TV,
wrong, it's clean.
one
Yeah.
couch, one
Don't
spoon,
get me
one
wrong,
fork.
it's clean.
Everything is
But
clean.
it's not.
It's not a
it's
home.
not a home. And I feel like
That's real.
I won't say that women are messier. I would say in all. I guess it's my unpopular opinion. Women do take on more when it comes to a household, especially when it comes to kids. Now, I commend the men that have their kids full time. It's not a lot though, but I know it's men out there. I'm not excluding that. It's men out there that have their children full time in house. You know,
Or want their kids. And
no, I'm saying half. Like
it's
that's
bum
what.
ass baby mamas out here too. So that's
Well, that's not the topic.
We're not
we're talking
right.
about
We're
men.
talking-
Yeah.
That's my
Okay, well, Biggie back off of her popular. And as
Get
far
a
as
man
the
his
messiness,
kids, sis.
as far as the messiness and stuff like that, I feel like it comes unconscious with mothers because we can't be there every
If you're not a
second
mother,
to clean up.
It'd be dirty women just
Okay,
single.
well
Who
then
are single,
that's
not a mother.
just fucked up.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
nasty.
not a
I'm
mother.
saying. I mean, but
But
a
I do
lot
like
of-
you. I do like you saying that though, as far as the home kind of thing, like being able to like we're living in this space and we're like moving in this space, and sometimes for some people, just in my experience with like some of the like women's houses, some of it is like depression, right? Like it's like, you know, it's something going on. Like I know for me, when I'm in a space, you can see it in my room, in my space. Like you just look around like, whoosh,
Oh, yeah.
you been through it, going through it. Like,
trying
yeah.
to clean my house.
Yeah.
And I was telling y'all, I gotta clean. I'm gonna clean this week. I'm gonna clean tomorrow. I'm gonna clean. But it was like, I told you I was tired. I felt stressed. I needed to release. And then once I got all that out, I was cleaning room by room.
I feel like
It
depression
took me a
look
long
different
time,
on men
but
and
I was
women.
depressed.
Yeah.
Depression look different on men and women. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to women, the depression is, especially when you do have children, or even when it comes to singles that live by themselves, and depression can look different.
Yeah.
Depression, I know people that's depressed and their
House
how
clean.
to do that, they clean.
Their house
They
clean. Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But other areas of life is a mess. You know what I'm saying? Other areas or certain things they do is a mess. But I think it depends on the people. I don't feel like it's all necessarily true.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on the person.
Well, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. But more times than not, it's mostly women's house that I've been over that just been a mess.
Come to my house. You
Okay.
supposed to come over here.
Okay.
What was that, Friday?
You had clothes all in your bed.
Hey, I never said that. Listen, I'm talking about in general.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, I was about to say you had.
So
I'm always have
so
clothes.
speaking, I got an unpopular opinion that someone posted. Women shouldn't work. They should just be stay-at-home wives and mothers.
I like my own bag. I'm going to work.
You know what? I would say stay at home. I would say yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna play.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is I can work from home. I can have my own business and make my own bag. I don't need to go clock in on nobody. Yeah, give me that privilege.
But no, it's that you should be a stay-at-home wife or a mother.
Yeah.
I'm not. I want.
I'm with.
Home.
I don't think it's I'm my opinion is like women shouldn't work. Period. But period. That's it. Because being a stay-at-home mother.
That's a
Like,
job.
that's still a job.
Yeah,
like you
and that's
still
why
working.
I need
Like
those 9
yeah.
hours to go somewhere else, to be outside of the house, to be outside of the kid.
I mean, you don't have to
can't
work
sit.
to do that.
No, I'm going. That's my time.
I mean, that's when you get a nanny. You can get a babysitter any
yeah.
other time.
No.
You could have that time for yourself.
My job is my time away from the family, from the house, from that. So I go to
So
work
that's just
every
your
day.
break.
Yeah.
I walk in and like, oh, thank you, God.
Oh, okay. So
I
you
am
go
at
from
work.
one thing to
the
another
next.
stressful environment.
Yeah.
Hey, by all
That's
means,
me.
be up that
I
fizzle.
I need that time away from the house.
If my guy say, "Hey, you don't go to work. You stay at home and take care of these kids," you know
You be
what I'm
like,
gonna do?
you gonna stay at home.
Stay at home.
You
Take care
gonna
of the
stay
kids.
at
I'm gonna say,
home.
"Baby, I just want to do this on the side. I
Yeah.
can laundry line this," and I'm pretty sure by knowing me, he'll be like, "Go ahead."
So I do agree with that as far as like that would be down for that if it wasn't. If it's not the expectation that I'm just gonna take on all these things and I'm never gonna have like space or room for me to do what I need to do or a break, or some me time, like that has to be, or you're not helping as well, in the raising of these kids or in the maintaining of this house as well. But I can see that like I try to be a stay-at-home mom.
I told my guy, we have a
feel like I'm
baby.
not a
I
person.
need a nanny.
I
need me.
Yeah.
I love my
I need
kid,
my break.
but I don't like them all the time, right? And so
FDK.
to be there all that time, to be a 24-hour, I need a break. So me going to work, it's my break. It's my break from the house. It's the break from the kid, right?
Yeah.
I want to go to work. And then now I got a job to do. I like what I'm doing. I like what I do. And so I'd rather work.
Well, I hope you get that break where you don't need to work.
Yeah.
I just want you to get that break in general.
That's
because you
it,
need a
yeah.
break. Going from one
Just
stressful
period.
job, regardless of
I
you
get a
liking
break
it,
when I
it
go to my
can.
DAs.
girl.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh girl. Call him. Call him
Just
right
call
now.
him now.
Hey, call
Just
in.
get
What's the
ready,
call in number?
Right.
What's the call in
I don't know
number?
what the call in.
He be watching.
He
What's
be
the
right.
call
Call
in?
in.
Call in right
Shut
now.
her
Right
up.
when I go to
Yeah.
my DA.
Yeah.
Tell her what
shut
time
up.
to
Yeah.
Tell her what time to
Because I need an
come.
appointment. It's long overdue.
This baby been talking about this
Yeah.
whole podcast. Okay,
Because
I'm
I'm
just
that's
saying.
what's on my mind.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up so she can get to this DA that she
Yes,
can talk
yes,
about.
listen.
Cause she run us
She gonna
sick.
pop in a
Yeah,
minute.
man.
Hey, that's
Man.
it. You gonna have
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna have to
listen.
put
You
a
gonna have to
paper
Somebody
towel
wipe it down.
You got to wipe down that seat.
Yeah.
Baby, you can't
Oh, there's some
be
disinfectant wipes over there, right there.
I almost didn't make it. Brooke talk about you got to be on your way. You got to get there. Uber there. I said Uber where?
That baby
I woke
said,
up like, oh shit, I'm home. Like,
and she was mad. She was mad, like, damn. I ain't make it.
Well, we want to thank y'all for tuning in, listening to us today. Yes. Keep it coming as far as like, you know, you can still comment even after this, like, you know, what's your thoughts about, you know, sacred sex and that power. If you have an unpopular opinion that you want to share, you know, please share that as well.
Mark, you got the flyer.
We won't for next Sunday, we won't be in our regularly scheduled time. I don't know if we may do a little later time or not. But we gonna be out of town for my birthday.
Oh, Miami.
So so we're gonna have a little hiatus.
Can you put the camera on me real quick? Because I just want everybody to see me roll these eyes.
You're gonna be there in spirit with us. And we're gonna
you better FaceTime me. Every 10 minutes. Keep me on FaceTime.
Every 10 minutes.
Who, me?
Yes.
Could be.
FaceTime me.
All right, y'all.
Let me say, go Lions.
Yeah.
I do want to get a shout out
Got
to
that
the
flyer,
Lions.
y'all.
We are watching them.
I've been telling y'all about the Valentine's Day thing. This is going to be,
the speed dating.
The speed
February
day event,
14th.
February 14th.
Don't
go
get your
celebrate.
ticket.
Go get your tickets.
Eventbrite. You have to go on Eventbrite to get your ticket.
Please. You cannot DM me asking for a ticket. Because I'm going to send you the link. And if you don't click the link and buy your ticket, then I don't know what to tell you.
So, like, come out, celebrate, guys. Come out and celebrate. Come out and celebrate.
Mingle with us. Meet us and mingle with us.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Love you. Take care of yourself.
Love yourself.
Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself.
And what you say, Alicia?
Love yourself.
Love
any other. That's Jerry Sprinkler.
Yeah,
no, what she say at the end of everyone? My sis.
My sis
podcast. Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.